Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to Martin's Assembly Haven. And in today's video, we're going to build something a little different. And here it is. This, ladies and gents, is your turbofan engine model based on a W-15, which is used in modern fighter jets like the J-20. So it's basically a high-performance jet engine designed for speed and efficiency. And what's really cool about this model is that it actually shows how a real turbofan works with all the internal sections and moving parts. So let's crack this open and see exactly what we have in here. And here are all the parts in their glory. So we've got things like the fan for the front, we've got the compressor stage part, the combustion chamber parts, and the turbine up the back, all working together to generate thrust. And material-wise, this one's a mix of metal and 3D printed plastic parts, but when I talk about metal parts, it's mostly like your metal bearings, which is cool, and just a metal rod. So it's mostly 3D printed plastic parts, but it should feel sturdy enough. There's also little tools included in the kit, so we've got two small Allen keys and a little wrench. And as we look at the instructions, when we take a quick look, you can tell that they are actually pretty decent, because on the sides it clearly explains what stage you're at, what you're building, and how to make sure that it basically runs as it should, which is amazing. And there's not many pages, so we've got 19 altogether. And here's our little gear DC miniature motor as well that will run the whole engine. And before I forget, there is actually one tool that you should definitely get for this kit assembly that is not included in the kit, and that is nipper pliers. And funnily enough, I have mentioned them in so many videos and I still have not invested in a pair, which is quite ridiculous if you ask me. So I'm literally using this. You might be laughing, but this works an absolute treat. So this is basically your nail clippers, but as you can see, they're at a nice angle and they work a treat, because you will have to cut out the reinforcing rods from the pieces. The one thing though I have invested my money in is an electric handheld screwdriver. This little guy has helped me build so many models. It works an absolute treat. You can change the torque, it's got a little wee light, loads of bits and all sorts in a little wee kit. So if you're looking for one, I would personally recommend this. You can go and check it out. There's a link down below for Amazon. And of course, don't forget to go and check out this WS-15 engine if you're into engine models or any models at all. There's a link down below for Moyu Store down there. Go and check it out and get one yourself. So now, once this engine gets completed, we'll be actually able to see how the airflow moves through everything and how everything basically connects together. Not that we can see how the air actually moves because it's invisible, but I do have a little smoke machine that I'll put up the front of the engine to see how strong it is. Can I actually pull in that smoke? That would be very quite interesting. And now normally I do full step-by-step builds, as you might know, but for something like this, for this video, this one's going to be more of a speed build, because I actually started this quite a while back. It was when my boy was born and I thought I'm leaving online forever, but I was like, I can't. I just love models too much. So I wouldn't really know where all the parts were, and I have cut out, as you can see, obviously some of the reinforcing rods. Some of the pieces are together already, so I was like, I will still make a video, but not a step-by-step build. And you know what? Please make sure you leave a like for this video, subscribe and ring the bell for videos like this one. Thank you so much to all my channel members who are supporting me. It's massively appreciated. You can support my work like this as well by joining my channel as a member. That's you buying me a coffee once a month, every month. Thank you so much, you're all absolute legends, and let's begin. And here we go, ladies and gents. Our turbofan jet engine model has been completed. And when you just take a first look at around the whole model, I personally love it. Look at that. It's got really nice sheen and it just looks really nice with all the details and all the visible parts. So we've got our low pressure compressor at the front, then we've got high pressure compressor right here, then we've got a combustion chamber, then we've got high pressure turbine and the low pressure turbine and the fan right up the back. So yeah, pretty awesome, and I can't wait to turn it on and see how fast it actually goes. And does it make a lot of noise? That is my biggest question, because normally when it comes to these type of engine models, well, hey, when you think about it, when you look at like shorts online or any short videos like reels, they kind of hide the noise of the motor and normally they're quite loud. That's why I'm very curious of how loud is this actually going to be. When I'm talking about people hiding the noise of these type of models, I'm not talking about moist, or I'm just talking about random people who have had these models and they're just, yeah, just not showing that right noise level, you know. Anyways, so when I talk about little tools, they were great. I did use obviously my screwdriver, electric screwdriver, wherever possible, but those Allen keys are definitely handy, same as our little wrench. And as you can see, we've got some screws and nuts left over, and I can tell you, I'm pretty sure I've got quite a few nuts and screws on the floor because they just kind of sometimes kept falling out, and I was like, meh, it's okay, I'll just pick them up with a magnet later. And as you can see, I've got a little wee gear left over as well, and I was a bit confused. It's like, did I miss it? No, I haven't, it just looks like it's an extra. And see, when it comes to the little nuts, especially when you have to screw them in really awkward places, like right here as an example, there is this little guy that comes in a kit, so you pop your nut in here and just hold it against the model basically like this. But as you can see, it doesn't really go that deep in, as an example, right there, see that? It's not even reaching the actual nut. So in some areas it might be handy, yes, but not all areas. So see that, like right at the front. That slots in really nicely, but not everywhere. And I did end up using my needle nose pliers to hold the nuts in a place like this and then screwing it in. That worked an absolute treat. Now when I talk about the actual build, everything went together really nicely and very quickly. Sometimes you do have to kind of use a little bit of force when those blades are being pushed in the actual casing, and it does feel sometimes that you might just break something, so you do have to be extremely careful. And it didn't take long at all to build. It was just over 2 hours, I think, so it's very quite satisfying and super quick. And the other thing I will mention is though the instructions. So see right there where it says put in the second largest bearing. That definitely wasn't the case, so you had to use the biggest one. And then this part right there, that B2, the cover for the blades, that didn't kind of sit in nicely. It was kind of moving about a little bit. So there's a couple of little things, but it's nothing major at all. The other thing I will mention is when I came to the back right here to pop this, to screw this casing on, there were a couple of holes that didn't line up correctly with the front, the rear part, the rear casing right there. So I kind of had to screw the screw in with a screwdriver and created, or slash actually made a hole slightly bigger, and then I popped a nut on. That only happened with a couple of those. And I think I'm hearing a bit of rattling. I've got a feeling I've left a nut somewhere or a screw. Or maybe not. Oh, look at this part. This is slightly loose right there. See that? That one right there. But I don't think that will affect the actual function of the model, because it's not like it can move right and left and kind of jam up the blades. Right, another thing that you might see straight away that I'm actually not a big fan of. So, this is where it gets connected, yeah, to the actual battery pack. So we need 2 AAA batteries, which is fine. I've got 2 in already. However, the actual start button is at the bottom of the actual support. So the support has to stay like this, yeah. Oh, sorry, like this. It can only go on one way. So like this. So for you to turn it on, so let's say it's just sitting nicely like this, you have to lift it up, turn the button on, and while the model is running, you have to go and pop it back down. Oh, again, wrong way. So you have to pop it back down while it's running, and then you can enjoy it. I think that should be changed because the button should be sitting somewhere at the front, like here as an example, or on the side maybe. No, you wouldn't really want it on the side. I would say at the front of that support leg, right there. So on and off button, right there, so you don't have to keep going, lifting it up while it's running, turning it off and on. So yeah, I think that should personally be definitely changed. And as you can see, the actual support doesn't sit in a place nicely. This one does. It just clicked in a place and it doesn't come out, but that one is loose as anything. But apart from that, everything has been pretty good. But yeah, that's definitely something that has to be improved. That's just my own opinion. Right, now, let's go and turn it on. Boom! There we go. See that? I have to faff around to try and pop it on. There we go. Look at this. Let's listen to the noise. So as you're hearing it, it's actually not a bad level of noise at all. I have heard a lot more like louder ones than this one. This is actually pretty decent. And as you can see, you know what is really quite cool and realistic? This stage right here, the compression stage, because that's actually going anti-clockwise. Yep, just like this blade right here. Yep, the rest of them are going clockwise, and that's how an actual engine works in real life as well. So it's amazing that I've actually mimicked it like an actual engine, which is super cool. And as you can see, it doesn't go, of course, that fast. It's quite slow. So remember when I said I'll use my smoke machine to see if I can pull in smoke and kind of just drag it through the whole model? There is no point doing that because that is far too slow. That is not going to pull in anything. And in case you're wondering, yes, you cannot really get your fingers caught anywhere. Let's see. Okay, you kind of could here. And the motor wouldn't stop, as you can see. It just kind of keeps going. So don't try and, I don't know, kind of keep it away from your kids if you have any, in case they get them trapped like here or at the back right here. If you push in quite hard, it will stop, yes, but it will just damage the motor as well. So just be very careful. I suppose that's another improvement that could be made for this model in case there are kids touching this model because it's wide open, you know. Maybe they could install like a fail switch basically. So as soon as the motor is feeling a lot of resistance, it will just cut out. So that's another addition they could add. But yeah, overall, it is a really pleasant model to build, really quite enjoyable, and looking at it go is actually really cool. So if you're a fan of engines or any models like this, I would definitely recommend it. Just be careful when you're pushing in those blades in those casings, because there's definitely a way of you breaking some parts. And yeah, make sure you go and check out this model and other models on Moyu Store website. There's a link down below in the comment section and description. And remember, use my promo code Martins and you will receive 12% off, which is pretty huge. And I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a like down below there and subscribe for more videos. And if you'd love to support my work like this one and all sorts of step-by-step builds, you can support me by joining my channel as a member, and that's you basically buying me a coffee once a month, every month. And thank you so much everybody for watching. I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.